Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, and welcome to this new episode of my podcast, where I'm going to take you guys behind the scene. So I have been saying to my team, I bought this new microphone and I want to take people on a road trip with me, and while I'm driving and doing things, I want to take you with. So let's have a look if this is something that is going to work, and if you guys can hear me fine. Hopefully you're not going to hear too much noise in the background, and this is a success, because if it is, then I'm excited. I can actually record a podcast every time I'm in the car, which is going to save me time. And you guys know how efficient I am with my time. I always find ways to save time and to make things happen. So here I am. So hopefully the sound is good and you guys can hear me, and I look forward to hear your feedback. You might hear some of the noises. For example, now you might hear my blinker on and things like that. But it's part of driving, right? So you guys are coming on a road trip with me. We're not going far, but that's okay. So today I wanted to really chat with you guys about what I've seen that people don't do sometimes. Do too much on social media. So stop doing those things on social media. Like, legit, those are the things that I'm seeing. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? Why do people keep doing those things? So step number one, putting photos on social media. If you want to attract attention, the best way is to put photos with text. So the photo, and honestly, this is so funny because I just saw the first step and I'm like, oops, I do that too sometimes, because when I'm in a rush, I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just post this. But it's proven the photos with text work even better than photos without. Now, the other thing I want to talk about this photo thing is, like, put photos of something that is not you. So if you want to put a photo of your dog, put a photo of, dogs and animals will always work. But if you want to put a photo of what you're eating, it's always going to get more engagement when there's a photo of you and the food you're eating. So if you put a photo of you and whatever you want to show them. So people buy from people. Like the other day, I was going to a networking event, and there is a subscription you can pay and you can keep going all the time. And they were saying to me, Francesca, if you do sign up, it's not that anyone in your team can come. It's got to be you, because it's all about relationship. We are all about relationship. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I say to my clients on social media. You don't want to put anybody, right? If you want, you got to put a photo of a person and consistent, the same person, because that will build that relationship with people. That will create that closeness to you, and they're gonna want to follow you. They want to gonna talk to you. They want to gonna reach out to you, and so that is gonna be priceless for the engagement on your social media. And I'm pretty much speaking mostly about Facebook as such, because that's what I expert myself in, and what we mainly use for my business. Now, step number two, it's about letting people know that it's something on your website that you want them to go and check out, or you want to give them something for free, and make the biggest mistake ever to put the link of your website in the description, in your text. You don't want to do that, because you're moving people away from your post, right? And Facebook does not like that. Facebook doesn't like you taking away the audience. They want to keep the audience consistent in the platform. So what you want to do instead, you want to create engagement. So you want to say, if you guys are excited to have a look at this product on my website, say product in the chat, in the comments, and I will send it to you. And then there is also an opportunity for you then private message people and send them towards that, right? You want to put that in well, actually, that's what you want to do, because I was going to say you can put that in your bio, but again, putting it in your bio is just not creating engagement. The whole point of social media is to create engagement, to get people commenting in your post. And if you do that, we're going to be able to get people to keep watching us and keep following us and keep staying in touch with us. So very very priceless tip, because I see so many people putting the link and thinking, I put the link in there to make it easy for everybody. Yes, but that's not going to work, because business is about relationships. So if you do get them to engage and they're going to say, yeah, I want to check it out, and then you private message them, and then you get a chance to start a little conversation, that will lead into more business for sure, and more views, more engagement, more followers, which means more wins for your business. All right, step number 3, using bold and special characters in your text. There is this thing that used to work in the past, and right now Facebook algorithm don't really love it. And when they pick up that a text is made from bold and special characters and all of that, usually they don't support that as such, because it does look more promotional, professional, and which means it's not as real, it's not as authentic that a normal post that you just write and send. So it's everything that we do on social media, it's going to be raw, it's going to be authentic, it's going to be real. And so fancy, professional, too made up doesn't work as well as raw, authentic, simple. And that's what catchy, that's what works, that's what people love. So this is another of the steps that we wanted to share with you guys. So it should be actually a good thing for this one, because you're like, oh, so I don't have to make it fancy, I don't have to work harder, it's just simpler, works better. Perfect, right? You should be really happy with this step, because that is what's actually going on and working well on socials. All right. Step number 4, don't leave, oh my goodness, a lot of people don't do this. They don't leave any spaces in between their phrases, right? So everything gets so complicated for the eye. So we are people that we don't usually, most humans don't read everything. We first skim through it with our eyes, and if we find it valuable, then we might take time to go and read every single word that is in there. But most of us, we just skim through a post, right, to see if there's any good and interesting, anything that we want to spend time in. If your post is all crammed and all like attached, and it's really difficult for the eye to break it down and to go fast, they're not going to read it. They're going to scroll past and go, whatever, next, I'm not going to do it. So you want to do the opposite. You want to leave spaces, blank spaces, lines in between. I've seen this new trend that people put a dot in between. I don't recommend to put a dot. Again, that doesn't look natural, that doesn't look simple. We just want to put something more like a space, like a blank space between phrases. Keep your phrases short, 10, 12 words, and then go down, and then start anew when you have a dot, when you're done, or a stop mark, then you're just gonna go underneath and just leave one line that is empty, so the eye can actually read it easier. It can be so much more, so much smoother than anything else. So hopefully that is making sense. We got the number 5. I think it is number 5. Obsessing over making it perfect. Oh my goodness, doesn't have to be perfect. We don't want perfection. I said that before. We want to actually do the opposite. And this is something that I've noticed. When people are waiting for perfection, they usually don't post, right? Because it's never going to be perfect anyway. So when usually people are waiting for perfection, what happens is they procrastinate, and they use that as an excuse of why they haven't posted. Oh, I didn't have any good ideas, I didn't know what to post, I gone blank. So one of my suggestions when we're posting on social media to make sure that we don't procrastinate and we don't wait for perfection is to aim for a 5 or 6 out of 10, right? Because out there is better than perfect, right? Out there in the public is better than perfect. Any publicity is good publicity. And people are like, what if there is mistakes and things, it's going to be bad? Yeah, no, not really, right? Like, for example, in my case, I speak broken English, and when I wrote my first book, this is a good story. When I wrote my first book, I sold 100 copies. I sent it to every single person that bought it. I was so proud, so excited, and I got this email back from this gentleman, and he said, Francesca, I'm sorry to give you this news, but I just read your book. There is 75 grammar errors in your book. I'm not talking about one or two, I'm talking about 75. So I feel that this is going to ruin your reputation. This is going to ruin your career. Do not go ahead selling these books. Actually, what I recommend is that you reach out to all the 100 people, just tell them to stop reading, post them back to you, edit all the errors, print them again, and send them the correct copy. This copy should have never been printed. I was devastated. I was in tears. I thought my career was over. I believed him. I thought, how unprofessional of me. I thought that I read it, and to me it was fine. This is so bad. I'm devastated. And I wanted to hide. I actually disappeared for a couple of weeks. I didn't reply to any comments. I didn't sell any more books. I didn't do anything. I froze. And then when I realized was, wait a minute, I am Italian. This is my second language. I've got broken English. Everybody knows it. When you hear me, when you talk to me, when you come and see me at events, when you listen to my podcast, my English is not perfect. I make errors all the time. So if you were to read my book and my book is perfect, you'd be like, wait a minute, FM, you didn't write this book. This is not you. Instead, when you read my book now, you can legit hear me through it. Like you can hear me in your ears, which is so beautiful, right? So I decided to turn that into a beautiful opportunity. So always turn problems in opportunities. That's what I've learned. And I put it on my social media and I said, hey, everybody, there is apparently X amount of errors in my books. In my book, one book, if you find the exact number of errors that is in this book, you will win my $4,000 Mafia Academy. And I was like, let's do it, right? And I was so impressed by over 200 comments of people going, you go you, be yourself, don't let anybody dull your sparkle. And like 100 more copies of book were sold. And then people were like guessing how many mistakes there were. And honestly, nobody found 75. People found 20, 30. And even if they did, who cares, right? So it was so amazing. And it gave me the biggest lesson in business. If I waited for this book to be perfect, I probably would have waited forever, because it was never going to be perfect. Because in a couple of months' time, when I've read it again, I would have been cringing, like, oh my God, did I say that 3 months ago? No. So I grow, I expand. I always find the best version of myself, and it wouldn't be useful for me to wait until things are perfect. I would have never gone myself out there. I would have never grown my business. It would have never worked. So perfection does never happen. Does never work. It's like when people say, oh, I'm going to start dating when I lose weight. I'm going to start doing this when this happens, then this is how I will do it. No, do it now, and things will happen and things will come. So hopefully that was a little bit valuable for you. I've got the one final things that I'm seeing people doing wrong on social media. They post 1 week and then they disappear for 2 months. And then they post for another couple of days and then they disappear again. Posting consistently on your social media is going to give you the momentum that you're looking for. If you post sporadically, it's never going to work. It's never going to happen. So you got to stay consistent. You're going to post. You're going to do whatever you can to keep the momentum going so that people see you, feel you, like you, and they might want to choose to work with you. But always remember, people know people. So you never know who's watching on social media. They know someone that needs your help. So think about it, plan it, work together with your team. If you don't have a team, it's time to get a virtual assistant for yourself so that you can start to delegate all those tasks and they can help you to stay consistent. Like my virtual assistant are my accountability buddies. They help me to stay on top of my social media, to stay on top of this podcast, to stay on top of my task, because now I've got someone they're waiting for me to do my bits for them to do the work. So it works so well. And it helped me so much to become more disciplined, more more everything, more discipline, more organized. Everything I do it for my virtual assistants, which is amazing. So I hope you guys found this podcast valuable. I have literally arrived to my location, so you guys have kept me company. I hopefully kept you company if you're driving, walking, whatever you guys are doing. Give us feedback. Let us know if this way to do a podcast works. If you guys are finding it useful, if it doesn't annoy you to have all the background noise, but at least you guys can come on a drive with me and we can talk about business, and we can talk about what I've learned, what I do, how I do it, the business behind the scene. It's so funny. Yesterday I was chatting with one of my VAs and like, this is literally a business behind the scene moment. And I have to be honest, I don't remember what was happening. My VA was in stitches. She was laughing so bad. So yes, definitely we also have problems in business, and I'm going to be sharing more of those on my adventure with my beautiful virtual assistants. So thank you everybody for listening. Have a fabulous, fantastic day, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.